This is my final project presentation, Working in the Real World, by me, Sierra Close. I'm a mechanical engineering student at Southeast Tech in my first year. I am originally from Brookings, South Dakota, and I decided to go back to school after working at a factory for a few years and decided that manufacturing would not be a bad career field to get into. For the contents of this presentation, I'll be discussing the products I want, future employments, evidence, graphs, and my conclusion. For the first set of products I want, they are both in the $50 to $100 range. The first item is the Pecan Finished Free Drawer Wood End Table from Fleet Farm for $60. The second item I'd like is the How I Met Your Mother Complete Series box set from Amazon for $73. The second set of products I want is in the $500 to $1,000 range. First item being the YDP 103 piano for $900 from Westmore Music. As you can see in the picture, I don't have the price listed. It is not listed on the Yamaha website. I did go to the Westmore Music in the mall and found out that it costs $900, but I was not able to get a picture of that. The second item I'd like is the Kenwood navigation system for $850 from Amazon. Third set of products I want are in the $1,000 to $5,000 range. I chose furniture. First item being the Sunset Sectional Sofa for $8,880 from Amazon. The second being a leather recliner for $4,920 from Amazon. My last category is the $10,000 plus range. First item being the Crosley Jukebox for $13,500 from Amazon. The second item being a 2020 Subaru Impreza. I modded it on the website for the features I would like my vehicle to have, and that total came to $28,166. My future employments. My future career goal is to work for 3M in Brookings. I would get a job as an engineering technician where I would make about $30 an hour. The job posting online does not actually list the pay. When I checked it, I do know that it does pay $30 an hour because I previously worked at 3M, and although I was not in that position, I did talk to those in that role, and they told me how much they got paid per hour. According to the job description online, I will be responsible for maintenance of production converting, assembly and packaging equipment, troubleshooting, preventative maintenance, installation, and startup of new equipment. So for evidence of how many hours I need to work to obtain each set of items, I will be using the slope-intercept formula, which is y equals mx plus b. Y is my total cost of the product, M is my hourly wage, X is my hours worked, and B is my debt and savings. I will be solving for X in order to figure out how many hours I need to work in order to obtain the products I want. My weekly expenses and savings would be equal to $750 or about $3,000 total a month. Operating under the assumption that I'll be working 40 hours a week at $30 an hour, my savings and expenses equal about $17 out of every $30. That leaves me with $13 an hour left. To solve for x, my new equation looks as follows. X equals y minus b divided by m. To plug in my known values that remain constant, my equation then becomes x equals y divided by 13. So for the two items in the $50 to $100 range, the end table and the box set, I take the equation x equals y divided by 13. I take the sum of the products, $60 and $73 for $133. I divide that by 13, which equals 10 hours of work to obtain those items. For my two products in the $500 to $1,000 range, the piano and the navigation system, I again take the equation x equals y divided by 13, take the sum of the products, 900 and 850, to equal 1750. I divide that by 13, and I get approximately 135 hours, or approximately 3 weeks worth of work. For the two items in the $1,000 to $5,000 range, the sofa and the recliner, I take the sum, 8,880 plus 4,920, which makes y equal to 13,800. I divide that by 13, and I get approximately 1,061 hours, which is about 27 weeks, or about 7 months. For my $10,000 and above range, I again take equation x equals y divided by 13. For y, I add 13,500 for the jukebox and 28,166 for the Subaru, which equals 41,666. I divide that by 13. I get approximately 3,205 hours, which is approximately 80 weeks, or about 1 year, 8 months. For my first two graphs, I show that to get about $133, it will take me 10 hours. The second graph shows to get about $1,750, takes me about 135 hours worth of work. For my items 1,000 to 9,999 and the $10,000 and up, to make about $13,800, I need to work about 1,061 hours. And to make about $41,666, I need to work 3,205 hours. In conclusion, for my final project, which took me about 5 hours from start to finish, I figured out some items I would like to own in the future. After completing my work, I felt reminded of how expensive and time-consuming it truly is to be an adult in a materialistic society. It's actually pretty depressing to think about how many hours of our lives we spend chasing after items that we don't really need to be happy. To think that I'll get into my car every day to drive to work, just to go to the store and buy a few items, and spend so much more time paying it off doesn't leave a great taste in my mouth. I already knew this, though, so doing this final project was just a good reminder of the fact of how sad our society can be.